Hi everyone, well I'm finally here in my new house and this is my craft room and this is only half the boxes. It was absolutely stacked right up high. I didn't quite realise how much stuff I had. It was dotted all around cupboards and the summer house and my craft room in the old house, so I'm going to have a good sort out. But this is the storage cupboards that I'm gonna keep most of my stuff in. So it's now just a case of getting on with it and trying to find a home for it all. This will be my husband's study. I did try and nab that one as well, but he wouldn't let me have it. But anyway, so off to do some more. So I will update you later on. Bye! Hi everyone, this is my room finished now. Well, as good as. It's taken me 4 weeks. We've now been in the house 6 weeks and I'm very fortunate that I do have a bigger room. So I'll just show you what I've done with it. So they're coming in from the kitchen, so I'll just shut the door because hide all the mess. So if I start round to the left, now I had this dresser top in my previous house, but my husband reduced the shelving part of it to fit in the room. So up there, things to alter and bird cages. Excuse me. On the left, my CD case is full of clear stamps, and on the right, my pre-cut die shapes. The shelves hold some stamps, bits and bobs, and my mica powders are in those little drawer units there. This is an archway in the wall, so with this little bit left, just got my pearls, my little chest of drawers from Imogen, and a few bits and bobs. We put in cupboards and drawers. The drawers still need their handles. These hold my everyday cardstock and larger die cuts. The drawers hold my sprays and things like that. Here holds my offcuts or bits of lace that I go to first. Tulle and net and coloured lace down there. I just hung one of these rails up here for now because I had quite a few in the old house, but I can't use them all, so I thought I'd just stick that one there. This worktop we got from the second section in Wickes, and as you can see over there, there's a bit missing on the side, but there is a ruler here which I'm going to use to cover that. It was £10, so I wasn't going to complain about a little bit of damage. Here is my rotor trim. Oh, that I found in the loft. That was when I was young. Cricut and my cutting boss, and I love the fact that I can leave these out. Makes it so much easier. And these little draper units hold embellishments. There are like little childhood things dotted around, because obviously clearing the loft I decided to try and keep as much out as I could rather than put it in another loft. So these science cupboards, the one at the end does need altering. They were originally sliding doors, and these came from my brother-in-law, and he made it into a opening door and added this trim up here. Teddy, I actually wore that yellow dress to school. And then bits and bobs up there full of stuff that you don't go to a lot. And then I'll show you inside in a minute. The bottom ones hold my embellishments, painting and drawing stuff, bossing folders and dies, and then the end one holds jewellery stuff, and then the very end one holds extra glues and instruction booklets and things like that you don't use much, or you don't need to go to that cupboard very often. So if I just open this one, just got to move those metal keys, don't want them landing on my foot. I got 2 rows of these. It's like haberdashery stuff. My little Muttley there, my doggy. And then beads and stick pins and just trinkets that I got from my mum's house. Here I've dotted books around that were from my mother-in-law so that I could see them rather than put them in a cupboard. Let me just open this one. This one up here is my flowers, and I think there's little cotton spools in there. I need to find somewhere else for that to go. So beads in some of my favourite glassware. What's that? Seam binding in there. And then down here is my wheat sprays, some trinkets and some stamens. And then, let me just shut that. And this one, oh, these I got from the weekend. We went down to Newquay and picked those up from a flea market. This used to belong to my mum, so I've got to find somewhere to put that. So in this one, I have flowers already made, some leaves in here. This clock I want to alter. I found that in a charity shop for £1. Down here, buttons and some pearl beads and another stick pin holder. And then in this one is flowers, crochet flowers, paper flowers in here, like ribbon flowers and other sorts of flowers. And my paper flowers like Wild Orchid Craft are down there in those boxes I've colour coded. Around here, these drawer units are full of some paint like deco art and moulds that I've already made. Back here, I love old suitcases. This brown one was my dad's, and the blue one I think came from my husband's family. They're empty at the moment, so they won't be for long, I'm sure. This little unit, excuse me, my appliques, and then just other bits of lace in there. These, the frame and the wreath I want to hang up. That I found as well, that's for a candle, but I've just filled it up with lace at the moment. This drawer unit, I will cover these 2 drawers in the same material as this eventually. That holds lace, large lace in both of them I think actually, and then smaller lace here, Chinese braids. No, it's not Chinese braid. What is it? Can't remember. Oh, it's tassel braid. And then this one is like just general ribbons. In here, other types of braids, Chinese braid in there, and fibres in that one. And then in here, more offcuts of lace, and this one. This, I made this when I was about 11 or 12. That holds my doilies. And then this shelf unit here I got from a charity shop. I will eventually repaint it because I don't like the paint effect on there at the moment, so that holds all my bead trims and my beads. And then some more lace here. That box is empty. This holds my tissue papers and napkins, my sewing patterns, felt, and down the bottom, I don't know what's on there. Oh, just like wadding and stuff like that. There's a bag Linda made me for my misty blue. This door goes to the hallway, and this is the downstairs cupboard, which goes back a very, very, very long way. So I've just got that full of books and just bits and bobs you don't really use a lot of, things to alter, books to use. So that's that. And then in this section, a mirror that was my daughter's that doesn't go in her room anymore, so she gave it to me. And then most of the china on here was my mum's. That holds some pearl trim, my body forms, my 3-tier full of go-to first lace. This shelving thingy I want to put on this wall. So this is basically my candy station. And that's where I keep my washi tape. And underneath it was the filing cabinets I had in the other house. So they hold hardware, die cuts, things to alter, and card making stuff. And then it's hard to film this bit, there's a fireplace in the room here. So I've got these little drawer units that are full of embellishments and things to make stick pins, and over there I'll show you that later because there's a list of what's in there. Now I've got my sewing machine out, so I'm really happy that I get to keep that out, which I'll be using today hopefully. So around here I still have my pot holder full of my twines and bits of lace and other things to use up first. My desk, and there's my sewing machine drawers full of ephemera and Tim Holtz stuff. Still got my plastic units, and if I just show you my desk like that. And what this is an IKEA CD rack on its side and an IKEA tabletop, and I got this idea from Amanda, who is Scrimping Mummy. So I'll just show you how we've attached it, because it's oh look, these love letters from my dad to my mum. They used to live next door to each other. So we found these legs when we were moving, these silver legs, and so my husband put the CD rack on there with extra support, if you can see it, attached to the desk underneath, so I get to use the whole depth of my table. So under here I've got my Spectrum Noirs, my mixed media stuff, inks, and there's just little bottles under there at the moment because I didn't know what to do with them. I've got 3 of these drawer units that came from my daughter's room, so I will repaint them probably in the summer. They hold my embossing powders and alcohol inks, that sort of thing. And then back here they hold more ink pads that you don't really use much, and just glitter glaze and that sort of thing. Oh, ow. These 2 little drawers By my mother-in-law's. They hold, where are we, beads and stuff. These dress forms were in my daughter's room. She doesn't want them anymore, so I'm gonna alter them. My son gave me his telly because he doesn't use it anymore, so I'm very lucky. This unit was in the other house that holds clear embellishments. So what was in these drawers? In these boxes, it's a wedding bouquet, watch parts, tassels and bows, and frames are in there. This rack I had bought years ago, so now it's finally dusted down and in use. And this cupboard I had at the other house, this holds my 12 by 12 paper, and in the drawers it has scrap paper. And then next to the printer is my A4 paper and 6 by 6, 8 by 8. And then I think that holds other sorts of papers and die cuts. I have a new pegboard from IKEA. So what I would say, if you are going to do this, try and get the hooks that are just a single point, because with this being that shape, I've had to do this on some of them because it just wasn't big enough. Because I had these hooks, I've had them for years. And then down here, paper bags, and down here, I can't remember because I've recently, peel-offs. Quote stacks and just general embellishments. Where am I going? Study, and this behind the kitchen door holds my lace. I like to do it this way because then I can just run my hands through it and find something I like. Ribbons. I wanted to put more lace or ribbons down there, but my cat tends to sleep there when it's not full up with other stuff that needs to be sorted, so just left it like that for now. So anyway, I think that's everything. All my cricket mats on the door here. So I think that's it. So I hope you like my room, and thanks very much for watching.